Tonight's special series, Veterans Voices, John Grueser rose from the ranks of an airman to that of a brigadier general in the United States Air Force.
Yeah, 6 on Your Side reporter Don Dare, himself a veteran, says General Grueser knew at the age of 6 that he wanted to fly.
This is a hat that I got when I was in the Air Force. I was on my round-the-world flight.
The hat John Grueser holds is a treasured memento of his storied Air Force career. His military shadow box is filled with medals and awards. General Grueser served from 1965 through 2006.
I wanted to fly airplanes. That's what I got into, I was going to try and get in the Air Force anyhow. I was going to wait till I got out of college.
He enlisted a year out of Parkersburg High School in West Virginia. His airman and airman first class stripes are as proudly displayed as is the star he received years later when he became a brigadier general.
Why the Air Force Academy?
Flying airplanes. I mean, yeah, you can fly in some of the other services, but I thought I wanted to go to the best.
When he graduated in 1971, he went on to flight school, became a pilot, and eventually trained new pilots.
I ended up being the first lieutenant aircraft commander in the history of SAC.
The Strategic Air Command.
Right.
While on active duty, he piloted a big air refueling jet, one of the Air Force's more dangerous jobs.
And what type of plane did you fly?
KC-135Q model, refueling the SR-71.
The KC-135 refuelers are what you see at McGee-Tyson Air Base and flying around East Tennessee.
I was the T-37 instructor pilot at Reese in Lubbock, Texas, and I flew C-5s, KC-10s, all the rest of the 135s.
As a senior staff engineer, John Grueser, now working for Martin Marietta, was part of the initial shuttle program. He also continued serving in the Air Force Reserve.
When the first shuttle went up, yeah, I trained two of the people on that.
What was that like?
I just taught them the systems. I mean, that's all I did. I didn't teach them how to fly or anything else. I just taught them how the systems worked.
With all his experience, United Airlines hired him. He was rated to fly just about every airplane in their fleet. In 2001, that star was pinned on as John Grueser became the Vice Commander, 4th Air Force of the Air Force Reserve Command.
The young people today who you see in the Air Force or any military service, what do you think of these young people today?
I love them. They're doing great.
Graduating from the Air Force Academy and a life of flying still brings a smile to veteran John Grueser. Don Dare, WATE's 6 on Your Side.
Good stuff there, Don. Thank you so very much. And if you know a veteran who wants to share their story, you can give Don a call at 865-633-6923.